Pamela Hughes. I'm Bruce St. James, and he's Rob Hunter. These are the stories everyone's talking about today. We call it The Playlist.
Track 1.
Dries Hunter's Reverend says she's innocent. Seriously, the Reverend Dr. Jeffrey Metcalf and the Christian Fellowship Church are now trying to raise money to pay her bail. The Reverend says members of the church need to raise about $10,000 to make the 10% of her bail. Listen, I know everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and Ms. Hunter deserves a vigorous defense. I'm just not so sure she's innocent. I won't go that far.
What's kind of strange to me about this is, so the church is saying they believe a woman who has a history of child abuse over a 13-year-old girl who supposedly has been abused.
Yeah.
I want to know who actually donates to this specifically to go for her bail. I have to think that race plays a factor in this somehow, some way.
Track 2.
Well, there are a couple new investigations that are being lodged against Jerry Sandusky in Pennsylvania. Now, guys, they involve kids that right now are under the age of 18.
Okay.
So this is kind of implying that they happened fairly recently.
Right.
Now, Sandusky's lawyer says the first victim that we talked about in this whole scandal, well, he claims that he's trumping up the charges because Sandusky was a tough mentor.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
He was hard on me. He was tough on me. So I'm going to accuse him of raping me? Where's the logic in that?
Yeah, and I think the most important part that's sticking out to me here, Bruce, is the fact that people knew this was going on, did nothing to stop them, so he keeps doing what he does.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to stop these people the first time you catch them.
Well, the first time, Rob, we're learning that allegations are going back maybe as far as 1975.
Seriously.
Yeah, we're going to hear of a lot more victims before this starts to get wrapped up.
Track 3.
You guys have heard that there are people actually waiting in line already for Black Friday deals,
Amazingly,
right?
yes.
Yeah. Well, the Occupy Wall Street protesters are planning to join them.
Really?
They're actually going to protest retailers whose stocks are publicly traded. You know, the whole
for
Wall
God's
Street
sakes.
connection. A few of the retailers they are targeting include Walmart, Neiman Marcus, and Amazon.
How will I be able to tell the difference between the Occupy Wall Street crowd and the people camping out outside the store?
Dreadlocks.
Then again, why would I want to tell the difference?
Guys,
Both groups are nuts, by the way.
But Bruce, how many people line up outside of Neiman Marcus?
No.
Yeah, and
Maybe line up outside the valet.
I mean,
at
how
Neiman
many
Marcus.
people line up outside of Amazon?
Yeah.
These are really strange retailers to pick.
I'm occupying my computer.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
Look, you know what? If you're trying to get people on your side, this is not the way to do it.
No.
People like Walmart, people like Amazon, people like Neiman Marcus.
Yeah.
Targeting them just makes you look like an idiot.
Track 4.
For the first time in 14 years, a prisoner in Oregon was scheduled for an execution. Well, that is until the state's governor put a stop to it. Governor Kitzhaber said he wouldn't only stop Gary Haugen's execution, but all executions while he was in office.
Oh, wow.
The governor said he will push for major changes in the state's death penalty laws over the next 2 years. Listen, I wish there was a happy medium in there. I'd like to see less executions. I'm not real comfortable with the way it's being meted out, but I just don't think it should be up to the governor to decide.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bruce. I'm uncomfortable with this one person having
One guy.
all this power. I'm uncomfortable.
However, it is legal according to the Oregon
Yeah.
State
There
is
Constitution.
that.
So maybe they'll rework that when they try to negotiate deals on the death penalty in the future.
Track 5.
All right, well, we all know that Arizona's being sued over, our immigration law. But guess what? So is Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they'll teach
Justice
'em.
Department is saying that the state's new law there, it too attempts to supersede federal law. Statement said, a state setting its own immigration policy interferes with the federal government's enforcement efforts.
We're back to that again. The federal government's enforcement efforts. I want to put that in layman's terms. Do as little as possible.
Well, you think about that. If you're adding more cops to it to fight the problem of illegal immigration, you would think it would actually help, not harm.
Right.
It's just that the federal government wants to do their policies, states not included.
Yeah, but you know what? This is going to make its way to the Supreme Court, guys, because
Yeah.
you got Utah, you've got Arizona. Don't forget about Alabama.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah, you got these three big states now.
Track 6.
You guys seen that Fiat commercial where J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, rolls through her old hood in the Fiat? Talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
how it inspires
500,
her?
yeah, I've seen
well, guess what? It's fake.
What?
It doesn't actually drive through the Bronx.
Shocked.
Yeah, the company that hired it to do the ad hired a body double.
A body
J-Lo,
double?
yeah. J-Lo was in L.A. the whole time.
Really?
Ms. Lopez is not trying to hang out in the Bronx anymore, I think is a nice way to put it. Jenny from the block has a moving on up, okay? That's where she's in Beverly Hills.
So you're telling me, Bruce, she's not Jenny from the block, she's Jenny from the soundstage?
There is
What
that.
the?
Yeah.
Jenny from the bling bling stage. Is more
Word.
like it. Look, their main goal is to sell you something. They're not trying to sell you the truth. They're trying to get you to buy a Fiat. They don't really care what they're doing or where J-Lo is.
There is that. There is that. That is the playlist. We do it at the bottom of every hour and get you caught up on the stories that people are talking about. Thank you for joining us for this hour's version of The Playlist.